Hello my friends, this is Sylvie Curry, Lady of Q. Today I have a big treat. We're going to do an unboxing of an order I placed with Bigpoppasmokers. I do an order a couple of times a year and usually it's a pretty big order. So I invite you to come with me and to see what I have in my boxes. One of the first boxes I'm going to go over are my disposable cutting boards. These are indispensable in barbecue competitions and even at home just for real cooking, because after you use them you just fold them up, put them in the trash, and you're through with them. They're very sturdy and very hardy, and they take to knives, they take to using those jacket machines to tenderize different foods. They're very good. They're sturdy in a pack, and I believe the price on those is probably a little over $1 a cutting board. Now let's open up these other boxes. I'll start with this one. And I know what I ordered, but I don't know what's going to be in each individual box. I haven't got to the envelopes yet. Okay. In this box I've got my Simply Marvelous Genie's Trinity, and I ordered, I believe, 6 bottles of this, 6 or 8. I use almost 1.5 bottles per pump, so it goes very quickly. Those 3 of the bottles, the other ones must be in the other box. Simply Marvelous Seasonal. And this is a blend of a lot of spices, and it just puts your other spices over the top. And I got 2 bottles of that, I believe. At least 2 bottles in this box. Got Cash Cow beef rub. I use that actually on my brisket. It also can be used on steaks or any other beef product that you're cooking. I've got some Sweet Money, and I had to get this 5-pound bag because they were out of stock on the usual containers. I get the containers that are this size. They were out of stock on them. So that just means I'll have to transfer the contents of this to some of the shakers I already have. My Sweet Money goes very well on things like ribs and pork. There's a couple more bottles of the Cash Cow. Okay, sauces. This is Texas Pepper Jelly Craig's Barbecue Sauce. This isn't pepper jelly itself. The name of the company is Texas Pepper Jelly. And I blend this sauce with some other sauces to make my competition sauce blends. And I got 6 bottles of this are in this container. Let's move that box out of the way. Okay, this is my 3rd box. Let's do a look-see at it. The delivery carrier people do a job on packaging. So sometimes you just have to hope that nothing's broken. Here we go. In this box I have the balance of my Genie's Trinity. And as I mentioned before, I use almost 1.5 bottles of this per con. Then I've got Pepper Cow that I use on my brisket. And I think I've mentioned it before, but Pepper Cow I started using years ago, before it was commercially produced. Steph Franklin there at Simply Marvelous used to blend this, and he had me try it, and found out that it worked. I started getting calls on brisket, quite a few calls actually. It is more of my Jeannie's Trinity. More peppered cow. Happy ending finishing rub. Very important. I use this when I'm getting ready to box my brisket. As it says, it's a finishing rub and it just gives it that little extra pop. So when we're tasting the brisket, if we find that it's missing a little something, this brings it out. Good stuff here. Bigpoppasmokers Happy Ending Finishing Rub. And it says winner. Yeah, winner. And then there's more of my seasonal. And I didn't mention, but this order is all from the same source. As I mentioned, Bigpoppasmokers. And things like the Cash Cow, the Finishing Rub, the Sweet Money are all Bigpoppasmokers' own blends of sauces, of rubs, rubs. Just as a curiosity item, I ordered this Clark's Crew original barbecue sauce. Don't know how it's going to go. I've never used it. In competition, actually, I've never used it. And I would just like to see if it's a winner. Don't know yet. We'll let you know. Some of the larger things I ordered. Everybody uses Blues Hog. Big bottle, yes. I use Blues Hog to blend with some other sauces to come up with my actual competition sauce. Judges always say that they can tell when something has Blues Hog in it. And you hear some judges saying that they're tired of Blues Hog. But for some reason, winners use Blues Hog. So somehow or other it's doing something. Okay, then I got a big container here of Granny's barbecue sauce. And this is a sauce that's owned by Bigpoppasmokers. And I had to get this big jug because the smaller containers they were in did not have the dating that I needed to get through the rest of the year. So I ordered the big bottle. And I'll just have to refrigerate it and transfer it to my smaller bottles as I use them. That sauce, the Granny's, I also blend with some of the other sauces. Okay, last in my box are these nitro gloves. And I ordered these because I had a little scare at a competition recently where I usually use they're like a beige gray color glove from Costco. And my scare was that I was trimming chicken and I noticed after I finished trimming that the tip of one of my gloves had been cut off, which meant that possibly it might have been in the chicken. And the color of it blends so much in the chicken it's very hard to find. So I ordered these blue gloves because I figured that if I cut off a tip of something with these, it'd be easier for me to find, but at the same time be easier for a judge to find if I missed it. But it's easier for me to find because I'll know if I cut off a piece of it or a part of the tip and it got in my food for turn-ins. So we're going to try those and see how they work out for me, how they feel. So this is my order. And let me organize it for you so you can see exactly what I got. It's important for a lady to have all of her barbecue supplies if she's going to go out there and compete. I got mine.